2-1 team set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Now a man in for an expanded role in 2023. It's James Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Josh Allen, he says that he wants to continue to perfect executing the run-pass option. Looked pretty good there.
And he's put in the minds of all people trying to defend him that his legs create big plays. So guess who benefits?
His running back.
You no doubt about it, and we just saw it there.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Again, it's Cook. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The Bills had 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that is incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So now on 4th down, Sam Martin on to punt for Buffalo. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his hawk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Now the rookie 3rd-round pick, it's Devon Achane. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. A give left side. Here's Achane. Up past the 30. 2nd down coming up.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. And Oliver gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Tua. Well, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And the Bills will take over possession here up at the 44. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll take this down to the 33. You talk about this Miami defense. They were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
Now a 2nd and 6. They run it again with Cook. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
On first down, Allen. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 7. Tua sets up to pass it. And his pass incomplete.
A great job defensively taking away his receivers. And he was forced to put that one into Lake Erie, but that's what good quarterbacks do. They don't take unnecessary chances if they don't have to.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to pass. Tua. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards that time.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Dolphins.
Achane gets it from the gun. Now bottled up. It's out. It's loose. That is well read on the backside. And he'll be met well behind the line of scrimmage. After 7-0 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Tua going to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to get it back here just past the 35.
It's so rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 45 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run. Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen going deep for Diggs. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
44. Ready.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 31 yards there and a first down.
Again, 31 yards. And the Dolphins first down.
A run straight ahead with Achane. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. They'll try and lay this out for Chosen. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's got his target. That's complete. It's a big play there for Miami. 52 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
20, TX.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Devon Achane from 3 yards out. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Only able to gain a couple there. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. To the air, Allen. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 66 yards. And the Bills have taken the lead. The extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Jair Elam makes a pick. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Allen. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Throw caught by Achane. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. In motion, Hill. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Short throw hauled in by Croft. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Well, the pressure gets there, and Tua's going to be taken down. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. Hill going to go in motion right. On 2nd down, Tua. That ball caught. It's chosen. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 41-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Now it's 2nd and 10. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Bills are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. An excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Allen now looks to throw. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Pressure comes, but it doesn't prevent him from getting off a good one here. So not just running into the punter, but roughing the punter.
And I'm struggling with this one. You know, you're watching it, partner. Is it more the first rather than the latter? This is a tough one. Almost feels like he felt like he had to call it on that play.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
And going deep for Hill. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. But Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Here's Tua. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Cook up the gut. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Javon Holland coming up to make the stop.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball away.
And the Bills are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Cook diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. Tyler Bass now for the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Yeah, he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Tua on the bootleg here. Sliding out of the pocket. That's complete to Pierce. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to make it 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on a punt for. And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And the gamble pays off. They get the 1st. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
All right, fellas, listen up.
Pierce now up the middle. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Tua now on 1st down. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. And Oliver able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they've been building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Troy Apke. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. It's 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You got to go compete for the ball so you don't get another one picked off.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On play action, Allen. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Pass on for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Tua. They'll try and lay this out for Chosen. And my goodness, another interception. Jair Elam makes a pick. And the Bills are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. They start the drive with Cook to about the 35, 2nd down. So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
Airing it out deep for Smith. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Jeff Smith, 65 yards. And the Bills look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 49 yards rushing for him now to this point.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. The fullback dive held up short. And that will force a turnover on downs. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Javon Holland. Down the sideline he goes. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game?
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And that pick 6 a moment ago doesn't change things too much. They still seem pretty comfortable with a 3-possession 4th quarter lead. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. To throw, it's Allen. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that will be incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Short throw hauled in by Croft. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. Flush to his right. And this one is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. This was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked at the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out